Hey guys, welcome back to Alex Rants. I'm a corporate banker and I react to different financial conversations, different financial videos, topics. Um, and today I'll be reacting to Reddit posts on my favorite poverty finance. This is a Reddit channel just dedicated to normally people who aren't quite as well versed in financial literacy. Um, or just people really who in general just need help, as it says here, personal finance for the financially challenged. So I'd just like to react to these. I feel like it's a chance to give people a good chance to respond, rather, to give to some of these people's posts, and maybe one day these people will watch it and they'll learn something new. So I tend to scroll down to this flare, the debt and loans and credit, just because that's what I'm most familiar with, but also because I think that's where you can find some of the horror stories and provide some conversation for us to, some subject matter for us to discuss. So today is a perfect example of, we'll talk about, this person can't afford my Honda Accent anymore, but still has 5K left to pay off. Advice needed. So basically, she doesn't need a car anymore. She's moving. She can walk to work. Her car insurance went up to $387 a month, and additional $200 a month car payment. So she's spending $587 a month on her car, which is quite a lot of money. Cars, I think, are the middle class trap. They're the ultimate. They are really the ultimate middle class trap, in my opinion. I'm kind of siding with Ramsey on the approach to vehicles. Try not to get into a car that you can't really afford. Just get something simple and reliable that can get you from point A to point B, honestly, because continuously upgrading your vehicle or kind of stretching your monthly budget to fit in a nice new car is really not the way to go. But this person's having a dilemma, saying, what are my options? Well, obviously, if you have a car that you haven't paid off and you need to sell it, you have a couple of options. One, you can take it to a dealership and sell it there. Hopefully, they can give you enough to cover the remaining balance on the loan, and that's where a lot of people get into trouble, because sometimes what ends up happening is the value of the vehicle is worth less than what they owe on the loan. So that's what's called negative equity, meaning they owe more than what they own and what the car is worth. So you see it all the time. People are rolling negative equity into new car purchases. Just to go on a tangential point, this is Alex Rants, so I'm going to rant here. So if you look here, we have percent of cars that are purchased with negative equity. Month after month, consistently shows about 1/3 of new car buyers and 1/4 of used car buyers have negative equity. So what does that mean? That means that basically a quarter of car purchases, people are bringing in a car with a certain loan balance that's worth more than the vehicle that they're trading in, and they're rolling that negative balance in to their new car. So they might buy a car for $50,000. They owe $10,000 on their old car, but now they're buying a new car for $50K. And the dealership will say, that's fine. Give us your car. We'll add that $10K difference. Let's say they owe $10K on that car. We'll add that $10K onto your new car loan. So now you have $50K for the new car plus $10K that you didn't pay off on the old loan. So it's really a problem. But anyway, so what are their options? Let's kind of get into that. And so, sorry, it's going to be kind of a long-winded video. I'll try to be more succinct. But anyways, what are her options? Or his options? One, you can sell the car to a dealership. Two, you can try to sell it yourself, which is where you're going to get the most money for it. List on cars.com, sell it for yourself, get a personal loan. You have to get a personal loan, get the title to pay off your existing loan, get the title of the car, sell the car, and then use the proceeds from that to pay off your personal loan. And if there's any difference, then you kind of got to pay that yourself. Hopefully making sense. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to talk in more detail next time, or maybe use visuals. I'm trying not to edit too much because this doesn't interest me much to edit, and but in the future I certainly will. So here, the person who posted the dilemma here said that they got an offer for $4,600, but they owe almost $6,000 left on their car. So there's about a $1,300 difference between what it's worth and what they owe. So basically what they said here, they can sell the car and set up a payment plan with Capital One to pay off the $1,000 left. So that's basically kind of their best option. At least if they want to sell the car immediately, it might make sense to just pay it, work on paying it down. It's not that much money left. However, the car insurance really is killing them. They're spending more on car insurance than they are on the car. So, I mean, not a good situation to be in, but this is the type of, these are, when you read through these things, it really helps you, like, I don't know, puts into perspective, I think a lot of the challenges that people who aren't quite as financially literate, let's say, or financially intelligent, these challenges they kind of get themselves into, these dilemmas, or these mistakes that are, it's almost like you fall into these mistakes. They're not necessarily deliberate or intentional. It's not like these people are going out there and like necessarily acting completely irresponsibly, but it's just, I think what happens is they focus on the payment more than the total principal amount of their, total value of their car, right? They're like, oh, well, $200 a month, I can pay $200 a month. But if it's a $20,000 car for $200 a month, like, at the end of the day, someone's got to pay that $20,000, and it's not the dealership; it's going to be you. So, anyways, I like to kind of read these things because it gives you a good. I feel like it gives good perspective on like kind of what people, just how people get into things. So here's a good example. Look, 401k to pay off credit card debts. So this is probably something you shouldn't do. But let's take a look here. So this person clearly is in a desperate mental state of mind, right? If you're looking into dipping into your retirement assets to pay off credit card debt, you're probably feeling pretty desperate. So let's just read that let's read this with that in mind and understand that this person is probably feeling a bit stressed. And let's have some grace with this individual. So during the pandemic, I lost my part-time job and also accumulated medical expenses. Okay. So in addition, my full-time job reduced what I was making. Because of this, I accumulated some credit card debt. I currently have some money in my employee stock purchase plan, and I also have money in my 401k. I would need about $35,000 to pay off my debt, and I don't have $30,000 yet in my ESOP. And I was wondering if I could withdraw money from my 401k. I'm leaving the company next month and going to another company which offers Roth IRA. Could you please let me know if it's possible to withdraw a portion of my 401k, roll over the rest to Roth IRA? Will there be penalty and additional taxes when I do this? Okay, so there's a lot going on. Obviously, Roth IRAs are not offered by employers. So that's number one. So there's a lot of issues here, lots of confusion. For you guys' knowledge, prior to becoming a corporate banker, I was a financial advisor for 3 years out of college, which I really learned a lot. I mean, I'm definitely passionate about personal finance. I love it, and I really enjoy helping people with their finances. So this is like a riddle. These are like fun puzzles for me. So this person owes $35,000, and presumably they have some money in an employee stock purchase plan as well as some money in a 401k. I don't know whether they have the full amount in their 401k, all $35,000. The short answer is it's probably never a good idea to dip into your 401k to pay off your credit card debt. There are some exceptions. What would be some exceptions? I think one exception is if you're really, truly in a state of emergency, you need to pay off these debts. Maybe let's say like a home foreclosure, something like that. Maybe that might make sense. Obviously, if you're, I don't know, some insane like medical emergency that requires like a $50,000 payment, right? Maybe it makes sense to withdraw money from the 401k. Now, an alternative to withdrawing money from a 401k would be to take on a loan from your 401k. So let's say they had $35,000 in their 401k, they could take out a loan, pay off their credit card debt, and then pay back into their 401k with interest, but the interest is to themselves. So it's kind of a way to change the debt from having to pay somebody else, like this example, the credit card company, with exceptionally high interest rates more than likely, to paying yourself back. So that would probably be like my first recommendation, I guess, or my first kind of inclination. I don't know any other details about their financial situation, so it's hard to really say like if they could cash flow and really work on paying down their debt. But let's talk about a little bit here. These they're leaving their company and they're going to work for another company which offers a Roth IRA. It's possible to withdraw a portion of the 401k, roll over the Roth. So let's do step one here. A company does not offer Roth IRAs, so that right off the bat isn't accurate. Maybe it's a Roth 401k, or the company doesn't offer any retirement plans, and so he would just have to invest in a Roth IRA. Number two, can you withdraw a portion of 401k and roll over the rest to a Roth IRA? They could withdraw a portion of their 401k if they wanted to, but then if they do, they wouldn't be eligible to take a loan against it once they actually withdraw the money. It's better to take a loan on the 401k if you need to access that capital. Number two, if they roll their 401k over into a Roth IRA, they would not be able to take on a loan on that money into a Roth IRA or into a regular IRA. I'm guessing this is a regular 401k or a traditional 401k and not Roth. So therefore, this traditional 401k would have to go to a traditional IRA, not a Roth IRA. Roth just means pre-tax. Will there be a penalty? Yes, there's penalty and additional taxes if they withdraw the money. No penalties if they take loans on the money. Maybe we should help this person out. Let's see what this person said. Yes, I think this person made a great distinction here for this person. So here's another issue right here. Any 401k loan will be due in full at the time of your termination. A good point here. Personal loan could be a good option, or doing a balance transfer to a new credit card. You hear about this a lot. I think, taking on a loan to consolidate debt, it makes sense. I think it's easier on the mind. I think also if you consolidate and you move it to like a 0% interest, kind of like an intro promotional kind of rate, then it does make sense because at least you don't have to pay any interest. But ultimately, fundamentally, you're moving problem A you're just moving a problem from point A to point B. I mean, you're not really solving the issue. It seems like everybody's basically telling him don't take your money out. He's gonna just leave it where it is, start with a Roth, pay taxes to move my retirement fund. So I think this person's probably gonna just take the advice. I'll probably comment here once I log off and just give them a little bit of advice as well. I'll kind of reiterate what this person, what these two people have been saying. All right, let's do one more, because I've been going on for a while now, 15 minutes. Hope you guys have made it to the end here. 11,500 in debt, rock bottom. So these are always fun. Reality has hit. I want to stop ignoring my problems and fix my mistakes now than later. And I'm committed to taking responsibility for my corrupt, impulsive, spending habits. So I may become financially responsible and become better support for those I care about in my life. Okay, so $11,500 in debt, mid-20s. So that's like my age basically. They're in their rock bottom, their their quarter life crisis, or spent everything, behind on all their payments by 10 days, living paycheck to paycheck. So this is tough. This is a really, really tough situation. Any advice would be greatly. 3 loans, 3 credit cards, almost maxed out. Okay, so $2,100 net income, $650 on rent, $200 on car, $100 for food. Man, tell me where I can get rent for $650. That'd be nice. Loans, remaining balance, principal, interest. Okay, so that's not bad. $1,100, $2,700, so about $3,000, $5,500. Okay, $500. So $5,500. Let's say about $5,500 worth of debt here. I'm sorry, $6,500 worth of debt here, and another $2,000. So only about $8,000. I don't know where he's getting the other $3,000, but anyways, that's fine. I can't afford to waste any more time. I work 3 jobs immediately. Estimated net month will increase from $2,800 to $3,800. Okay, good. Debt consolidation loan. So, let me know what you guys would do if you were in this situation. If I were in this situation, I would probably do like the Dave Ramsey debt snowball approach. The only thing I would probably do different is I might consider doing like a balance transfer, or taking on like one big loan, one big personal loan to consolidate all of my debts. Ideally, like, the nice thing about a balance transfer, if you open a new, like if you do a balance transfer, you pay 3%, I think, to transfer the amount. So you're going to pay about 3% up front, but then you get no interest for 18 months or something. The good thing I would say is this person, they've already gotten new jobs and they're going to increase their income. So that was problem number 1. And if these are their expenses, which I highly doubt they are, because he's probably spending kind of impulsively, as you mentioned, and there's probably a lot of stuff that he's not listing here that's eating into his net income. But anyways, his income's going up. If I were him, I'd do the Ramsey snowball. I mean, I feel like he's just start with the lowest line item to begin with, just to get some momentum going, make you feel like you're making progress. If I was on it's like, I heard this thing, you had a weight loss program that guaranteed you lose 5 pounds in a week, but then you only lose another 5 pounds for a total of 10 pounds over the course of like 2 months, versus another weight loss plan that you see no results for 2 months, and then at the last day of the last week of 2 months, after 2 months of working out, that last week you lose 15 pounds or 20 pounds. Most people would actually still prefer that first one, because seeing the results sooner motivates you to continue to work out. And I think that same approach kind of works with that Ramsey snowball, which is basically paying off your lowest debts first and then going from there. This is really resolvable. I mean, I think as long as they don't spend their money irresponsibly, $3,800 a month, let's say they do that, you could probably knock this out in 1 month easily. Honestly, probably these 2 in 1 month. If they do just, $800 a month, I bet in a year they'd have things knocked out. $1,000 a month you could probably do. Presumably you can live off of $2,800, so you get another $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, you pay it off maybe 12 months or so. He'll be good to go. So I think all in all, I mean, it's pretty good. But man, you watch these, and here I'm going to go on my rant. Although I've been already ranting. When you read these things, it's crazy. Like, just how many people are just like in these situations to me. Like, and obviously we don't know how they got into those situations or what might have caused it. It's not so much about their, it's not to try to make yourself or build yourself up, right? It's really just like something that's truly interesting. Like, wow, there's people out there in their mid-20s just like, and in rock bottom, like the best years of your life, like rock bottom. um I don't know, um it's just crazy to me to think like how people just get in these situations. Obviously there's always certain factors that leads them to that, but anyways, this video is going on way too long. I'm gonna cut it off now, and maybe I'll do another one later. uh, Let me know like what you guys think about this kind of format. It's kind of like almost like live streamy, not really editing, just kind of cold speaking off the top of my head. It's not super organized. um, you know, I'd be willing to maybe set up like subjects of conversation prior to recording, and maybe just touching on things if that's what you guys think would be good. But just trying to get some content out there, get the ball rolling. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy at least the premise of this channel, just kind of reacting to different financial situations and getting a professional's opinion on these on these situations. Let me know. Give it a like. Give it a comment. I want to hear back from you guys. Subscribe if you like what you see or what you're hearing. And I'll see you all in the next video.